Welcome to this informative video on the symptoms of worn-out coolant in your car. As a car owner, it is important to understand the signs of a coolant system that is in need of attention, as failure to address these issues can lead to costly repairs down the line. In this video, we will cover the 3 most common symptoms of worn-out coolant, including engine overheating, low coolant levels, and unusual engine noises. We will also discuss the importance of regular maintenance and how to prevent coolant issues in the future. So let's get started and dive into the world of coolant. So what exactly is coolant? Well, coolant, also known as antifreeze, is a liquid substance that plays a critical role in maintaining the optimal temperature of your vehicle's engine. It is typically a mixture of water and ethylene or propylene glycol, with additional additives that enhance its performance. The main function of coolant is to absorb heat generated by the engine and transfer it to the radiator for dissipation. In doing so, it helps prevent the engine from overheating, which can cause serious damage to the engine components. Coolant also protects the engine from corrosion, as it contains rust inhibitors that prevent metal parts from deteriorating. Without the proper amount of coolant, the engine may experience reduced performance, overheating, and possible permanent damage. Therefore, it is crucial to keep your coolant system in good working order by regularly checking the coolant level and replacing it when necessary. Now that we know what coolant is, let's talk about its appearance and odor. Coolant is usually a bright-colored liquid, with most manufacturers adding dyes to distinguish between different types of coolant. The color may vary depending on the type of coolant used, but the most common colors are green, yellow, orange, blue, and pink. When it comes to its odor, it usually has a slightly sweet smell, which is due to the presence of ethylene glycol or propylene glycol, the main ingredients in most coolants. However, it's essential to keep in mind that the smell can vary depending on the brand or type of coolant used, so it's not always a reliable indicator of a problem. Overall, being familiar with the appearance and smell of your coolant can help you detect any issues with your car's cooling system early on. If you're getting value, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's dive into its important function in your car. Coolant, also known as antifreeze, is a liquid that circulates through your car's engine to help regulate its temperature. It absorbs heat from the engine and carries it to the radiator, where it is released into the air. This helps prevent your engine from overheating, which can cause serious damage and lead to expensive repairs. Additionally, coolant also helps prevent rust and corrosion in the engine and radiator, which can lead to leaks and other issues over time. In short, coolant plays a crucial role in keeping your car's engine running smoothly and preventing damage. Now that we understand the importance of coolant and what it does, let's talk about some of the symptoms that can indicate it's time to replace it. One of the most obvious signs of aged coolant is a change in color. Fresh coolant is usually bright green, pink, or orange, depending on the type, but over time, it can become discolored and even murky. Another sign of aged coolant is a change in odor. Normally, coolant has a slightly sweet smell, but if it's old or contaminated, it can have a foul odor. Finally, if you notice that your engine is running hotter than usual, or if you see a warning light on your dashboard, it could be a sign that your coolant is no longer effective and needs to be replaced. These are all signs that you should have your coolant inspected by a mechanic and replaced if necessary. Knowing when to change or flush your coolant is crucial in maintaining the health of your engine. It is generally recommended to change your coolant every 30,000 to 50,000 miles, or every 3 to 5 years, depending on the manufacturer's recommendations. However, it's always best to check your owner's manual or consult with a certified mechanic to determine the recommended interval for your specific vehicle. In addition to mileage and time, there are some other signs that can indicate that it's time to change or flush your coolant. If you notice any of the symptoms mentioned earlier, such as a sweet smell or rusty color, it's time to take action. Additionally, if you plan to store your car for an extended period of time, it's best to flush the coolant beforehand to prevent any potential damage. Remember, neglecting to change your coolant at the recommended interval can lead to serious engine damage and expensive repairs. So, it's always best to be proactive and stay on top of your coolant maintenance. Ignoring worn-out coolant can lead to severe consequences and potential damage to your car's engine. One of the most common consequences of ignoring coolant replacement is engine overheating, which can result in costly repairs. Overheating can also cause damage to the engine's components, such as the cylinder head gasket or the water pump. If the engine is allowed to overheat for an extended period, it can lead to the need for an engine replacement, which can be very expensive. Regular coolant changes are essential to prevent these types of problems and to ensure that your engine stays healthy and performs optimally. Now that we've covered the importance of maintaining your coolant system, let's talk about how to check and replace your coolant. Checking the condition of your coolant is a simple process that can be done with just a few tools. Start by locating the coolant reservoir under the hood of your car. Make sure the engine is cool before removing the cap. Check the level of the coolant and make sure it falls between the minimum and maximum marks. If the level is low, add more coolant to the reservoir. Next, inspect the color and consistency of the coolant. If it appears dirty or discolored, it may be time for a coolant flush. Refer to your car's owner manual for recommended coolant replacement intervals. If it's time to replace the coolant, you can do it yourself with the right tools and equipment. You will need a drain pan, new coolant, and a funnel. Start by removing the drain plug on the radiator and draining the old coolant into the pan. Once the system is empty, replace the drain plug and use the funnel to add new coolant to the reservoir. Run the engine for a few minutes and check the coolant level again. If you're not comfortable performing this maintenance yourself, take your car to a trusted mechanic. They can perform a coolant flush and replace the coolant for you. Remember, regular coolant maintenance is crucial for the health of your engine and can save you from costly repairs down the road. Keeping up with regular preventative maintenance can help prevent premature wear and tear on your coolant system. One of the most important things you can do is to keep an eye on your engine's temperature gauge. And if it starts to climb higher than normal, pull over and investigate. Regularly checking your coolant level and color can also help prevent problems before they start. It's important to flush and replace your coolant at the manufacturer's recommended intervals, which can vary depending on the make and model of your car. Additionally, using high-quality coolant and avoiding mixing different types can also help extend the life of your coolant system. By taking these simple steps, you can help ensure that your car's coolant system is functioning properly and prevent expensive repairs down the road. In summary, we've covered a lot of ground in this video on the topic of worn-out coolant. We've talked about what coolant is, its function in the car, how to check and replace it, and the potential consequences of ignoring worn-out coolant. We also discussed preventative maintenance and how to keep your coolant in good condition. It's crucial to pay attention to your engine's temperature gauge and get your coolant changed regularly to prevent expensive engine damage. We hope you found this video informative and useful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative automotive videos and share this video with others who may find it helpful. Thank you for watching.